Hello everybody! In today's video, I'm going to talk about why empaths tend to attract narcissists and how to stop this pattern from repeating. The reason why this happens is because being an empath doesn't happen randomly. Like someone can be born with these innate traits within them. However, usually it is cultivated through a very tough childhood. Being an empath is essentially like a double-edged sword. You gain the gift of being an empath, however, you also gain the wounds and the negative inner programs from childhood that caused you to essentially become an empath. Because usually you may have been raised in an environment where healthy communication was not a thing, so you had to learn how to tap into other people's emotions and inner states in order to keep the peace or to help life be a little bit more stable. Or it could be you just had to care for other people and thus you had to learn their inner states. But yes, there's usually a reason why you are an empath. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to heal these negative inner programs within you so that you can unlock your greatest potential in life and stop attracting those narcissists. But the one big lesson you need to learn is the self versus the other. Essentially, there is a reason why you attract someone who is the polar opposite of you. Like, basically, a narcissist is someone who doesn't think about other people at all. Like, they have no empathy towards others, and they only think about themselves. And they do everything for themselves. And yeah, they are essentially the polar opposite of you, who only thinks about other people, but not themselves. So in order to stop attracting the narcissist, you will still care for other people. However, you need to expand this and care for yourself as well. So you need to encompass the self and the other. And when you are able to hold the self and the other, you will stop attracting the narcissist because that inner program is no longer within you. Also, make sure to do this inner healing work after you've cut off the narcissist from your life, because what is likely going to happen after you do this inner healing work is, like, instead of you fearing the narcissist, you will become kind of like the narcissist's biggest fear, and you will probably trigger the narcissist. So yeah, definitely cut them out of your life before you do this inner healing work. Just for safety concerns. So what we need to do is first become aware of the negative wounds you have towards yourself. So what is likely happening is whenever you want to be more selfish, whenever you want to choose yourself or choose what you want to do, you are not, because you oftentimes may feel guilty, be ashamed for choosing yourself. There's just a lot of negativity when it comes to choosing yourself. And that is okay. Like, you need to accept the you that perhaps hates choosing yourself, that feels guilty for choosing yourself. And you just need to let those emotions come up and give yourself a hug instead of denying, repressing, or ignoring those negative emotions. But you will still have to choose yourself. So yes, in order to heal this, I want you to do an exercise and essentially start to tap into what your heart truly wants to do. And for some of you, this may be difficult at the beginning because you have chosen all throughout your life to not listen to your needs and wants in life, to only focus on other people, and thus you probably do this automatically. However, you need to start becoming more aware of what your heart wants to do and listen to that for even the smallest things. And then you have to choose what your heart wants to do. And you can use your judgment call on this, like, depending on the situation. But like, for my guess is, like, you are thinking about other people even for the tiniest little things in life that don't matter. Um, like, be more selfish. but also like definitely be selfish for like the big things in life too, like your dream in life, your career, your job, your family, things like that. Like you definitely want to listen to yourself when it comes to those and listen to what you desire in life. But you can start off by doing it for the small things and learning what you actually like versus dislike in life. For example, like when I first started doing this, I would do this like mostly on like grocery store runs, but like I would go shopping and eventually something pops into my mind that something I want, like I don't know, frozen pizza. So I'll go buy the frozen pizza that I want, but then this little feeling says, "Oh, I shouldn't buy that frozen pizza or something because someone may not like it." And then you try to buy something for everyone. Try in those cases to like just do what you want to do. Do what your heart actually desires. And when I choose like the perhaps pizza that I want or something, all the negative feelings will come up, the guilt of choosing that pizza or something. But you gotta feel all that, all those feelings that come up, because that is like your inner child feeling guilty for choosing something that other people may not like. And you just gotta accept those feelings and like give your inner child a hug and choose yourself. Like, you gotta realize that being self centered is not bad. Like, I've noticed a lot of people can be self centered out of fear of being like taken advantage of. Be aware of that. But we are trying to be self centered from the heart. And I find this exercise is the easiest way to be self centered or selfish from the heart. And that is to simply listen to what your heart desires and choose it. And if, we can't do everything that we want in life, like we have to do things that we don't like too. And when you do that, just be aware of how your heart feels. Like if it feels sad for doing what it doesn't want to do, just acknowledge those feelings. Like it's okay to feel sad doing what you don't want to do in life. Like sometimes we can repress it because it helps us move forward into doing what we don't want to do. But there's also the path of feeling those feelings and accepting it, because that is like you learning how to unconditionally love yourself. And that is what we are essentially just trying to do through all this. But yes, that is the simplest exercise I have found. And as you do this, like as you choose more and more things that you like to do and just naturally do it, you're going to naturally, over time, you're just going to flow between pouring into yourself and then pouring into others and then pouring into yourself and then others. And it just becomes natural. Like you don't have to force yourself, you don't have to think so much. Like it just naturally happens. But yeah, that's it. And then as you learn how to choose yourself more in life, like it's gonna open up to who you are supposed to be, your life purpose, what makes you happy. There's something big you're supposed to do for this world. And not to say like you need to do something for the world, but I think the empath believes that they are supposed to do something for this world, and you are, but also the world is also here for you. And I think like when you learn this lesson of encompassing it all, the self and the other, you will be able to tap into this and realize this, that like the world is just as equally there for you as you are for the world. And yeah, I think you will start to see this more as you choose yourself more. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.